Serious?
Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and today we are going to be talking about our video on Wednesday titled Defiling Quickie Baby. And a lot of people were telling me, Clone, you're wrong, that's not the word you meant. No, that is the word I meant. I did mean defiling. That is what we did when you defile something. It's usually used in the olden times, like when you defile like a Bible or sacred words, something like that, and you burn it or you make it dirty. And that's what we did, because a lot of players consider Quickie Baby to be the sacred voice of World of Tanks. And that's because he is the #1 YouTuber when it comes to World of Tanks. That is true. That's completely true. So that means I did mean what I said when I said we were defiling Quickie Baby. So there is that. But today is more of a learning video. There was a point to that video, a point to that controversy. I knew a lot of you were going to be like, no, what are you, stupid? Town is the way to go. Or some would be like, Lake Road is the way to go. In my opinion, I'll leave my opinion real quick. Lake Road and Valley are the ways to go. Okay, you can't win town unless you own the Lake Road. Okay, if you're gonna go town, you gotta make sure you have players on the Lake Road. But that's my opinion. And when people watch Quickie Baby, a lot of them just believe what he says and don't think for themselves. And those are what we call the 48%ers, the 46%ers. Those are the players who don't learn in this game. And there's a lot of them. And so that is why we're going to be getting into learning this game, okay? Those of you who thought about my last video, thought about the tactics I recommended, thought about, the direction I went, even if you don't agree with it, you thought, perhaps maybe for this situation, perhaps maybe for that situation, perhaps I could try it. You just got better at the game. You literally just got better at this game. This game rewards thinking. You've been given two viable options from two very experienced sources. I think it's safe to say that Quickie Baby is an experienced source, and Clone Guy, I myself, is an experienced source. And now you have to decide which play works better for you, or in which situation that would work. Those of you who flat out ignored my Valley idea did not get any better at this game, nor did you learn anything that will ever help you get past your 48% win rate. And now you're like, oh, Clone Guy. Now you're just being arrogant, saying, oh, if you don't listen to Clone Guy, you don't get better. No. What I'm saying is, if you don't think for yourself, you don't get better. If you're listening to one opinion, you're not going to get better, because you're not thinking for yourself. You need to think for yourself in this game. Those of you who even considered that my way could be more viable under a set circumstance in your mind, you just got better and probably already have a plus 50% win rate, because you have the capability of thinking for yourself. This game rewards humility and punishes arrogance. There are Unicums in this game who have 60% win rates, and they're not getting any better at this game because they think they're so good at this game. Everything they do is right. They blame their team for everything, and because of that, they are incapable of thinking about what they did and what they could have done and why they lost the game, that they are incapable of getting better. And the unfortunate truth is, the same thing can be said for people who have 46% win rates. I had somebody come to me talking about their experience in this game and about how bad the enemy team is and how they kind of want to help the community get better by teaching them. And I decided to look this guy's stats up. He had a 48% win rate. 48% win rate. And that's not bad to have a 48% win rate, but you have to realize that if you have a 40% win rate, you're probably doing something wrong. And he, according to him, though his 48% win rate was because of his team every single time. He just has bad teams. It's luck of the draw. I was just lucky to have a 64% win rate. But that's not true. See, right there, that's ignorance. That's arrogance. That's not humility. If you, I'm serious. Humble yourself in this game, guys, and you're going to become a better player. Ask yourself why you lost. And this is something I need to work on too. Those of you who watch my streams, I blame the team a whole lot. I do. But I do look at myself and wonder, how do I get better? My win rate is going up, and I'm very happy with that. I love seeing my win rate go up, because sometimes you do have to think. And I've tried multiple tactics, especially Lakeville, one of my favorite maps. I've tried the town. I've tried the lake road. I've tried the valley. My favorite play is the lake road. I think that's the best play in this map. If you don't know how to play that, then the valley is the better choice. But that's my opinion. Now you have to think for yourself, is what I'm trying to say. Now, just getting into the mindset of asking why you lost that game, or why did you lose 17 out of 20 games, will get you a plus 50% win rate. No doubt in my mind will that happen to you if you think, why did this go wrong? Why did we fail this? Why did I lose this? Where should I have been to win this game? Where should I have gone to win this game? I got shot from here by somebody there, so maybe here isn't a good place. Just that will get you a plus 50% win rate. Those of you who watch me play know I am a terrible shot. In fact, in this game you're seeing in the background, I've missed multiple shots that Muppets should have been able to hit, but I missed. I am not a good shot. I'm not good with controller. I am a keyboard and mouse player. I switched over to console World of Tanks because it was so much more polished than PC World of Tanks. I just didn't like how PC felt. I started on console. A friend invited me to play. I said, I want to try PC, so I switched over to PC. I got to tier 6 on both the console and the PC, and then I said to myself, console is better. Console was more polished. It was just a better game back then. Nowadays, maybe not so much. But back then, it was a much better game. It was, like I said, polished. And so I'm just not that good with controllers at aiming. Simple as that. But I'm still able to get a 64% win rate. Why is that? Because this game rewards tactics and knowledge. You don't have to be an amazing Call of Duty snapshot player to play this game. You just need a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of humility. Just because you keep getting told one thing over and over doesn't mean it's right or true. Remember, most players in this game are just pawns with less than 50% win rates. That means that most opinions going around are wrong. Yes, believe it or not, if most people are wrong, then most opinions are wrong. If you have a less than 50% win rate, you are probably doing something wrong or just not caring. And that's fine if you don't care, as long as you're having fun, right? But if you're trying to get better at this game, you have to realize that most people are wrong. That's the same thing with real life. Just because you keep getting told the same things in school or on the news doesn't mean it's true or right. You need to have the ability to think for yourself and think logically. Just like how most players in World of Tanks don't think for themselves and continue to make the same mistakes over and over without realizing. So do people in real life. Remember, this is a team game, which means you should be winning with your team, playing with your team. Life also shows wisdom to the humble and deceives the arrogant. I made that up. What do I mean by that? If you're arrogant, then you tell yourself you don't need this or you don't need that. In actuality, you do need this and you do need that. So it's the same thing. Same thing with life, same thing with World of Tanks. Yes, you can use video games as life lessons. There's a big difference between what's true and what's right, guys. I keep emphasizing what's right and what's true. For instance, it is true that if you YOLO the enemy team, you will probably spot more targets than if you don't. In fact, you may even spot all 15 enemy tanks if you YOLO the enemy team straight down the middle. However, that's not right. That's true, but it's not right. You need to find out what's true and then perform what's right. If you tell a kid that if you lay on your back in water, you will float, they're not gonna believe you. Even if you do it yourself, you show them, look, I'm laying on my back and I'm floating. They're gonna think that's true for you, but that's not true for me. And they're not gonna believe you until they do it. Once they try it and they realize, you're right, if I float on my back, lay on my back, I'm going to float in the water. And then from then on, they believe that to be true. That's what you need to do in this game. Try something. If it doesn't work, maybe try again or try something different. If it does work, try it again. Try it again. That's what I say to you. Try it again. And it's the same thing with me and Jesus. I get asked, why do I believe that what he says is true? It's the same thing as floating on water on your back. Until you try it, you just don't know. And then once you do try it, you realize, wow, this is completely true. Just like if someone came up to you and said, if you stick your hand in liquid nitrogen, your hand will freeze, but it will not fall off. So then you go and try it. You stick your hand in liquid nitrogen, it freezes, and then it falls off. From that point on, you know for a fact that if you stick your hand in liquid nitrogen, it will fall off, and no one can change your mind. That's called truth. Now, I don't know if it actually will. I've never tested, but once again, I'm just using it as an analogy. And this is the most important thing you can possibly do in this game, is find the truth. And remember, just because the team is full of pawns doesn't mean you can't enable them to be queens. If you've ever played chess before in your life, you know that if you can clear a path with your own queen for your pawns, guess what? Your pawns will become queens. And that's how I play chess. I love using my queen, insanely aggressive, clearing out a path, and then getting as many pawns there as I can. I usually lose my queen at some point, but not before I kill 5 or 6 enemy pieces. It's the same thing with World of Tanks. It really, really, really is. Right here in this game, in the background, I'm using my tank as the queen. And I'm full of a team of pawns. And myself and Rage are going to hold this flank. We're going to die. We already recognize this fact. They have multiple platoons up here. They have good hull-down tanks up here. They have more hit points than us. More players than us. We're probably going to lose this game. Or at least this flank, but we've decided we're going to hold on as long as we can. Why? To enable our pawns to become queens and win the game. On the other flank, our team is actually winning. So Rage and I, playing this game, we're like, dude, fight until you die. I could have run away. I am fast enough. I could turn around and just leave. We've got tanks in front of us, tanks behind us, but I said, Rage, I'm not going to leave you. We're going to fight, and we're going to win. And that's what we're going to do. We're now a one-shot, and we go down. But we do 3,800 damage before we die. And look at the other flank. There's only one tank left on the other flank for the enemy team. And then the base is ours. Look at the scores, 4-9. Just watch the scores just not get any better for our team. Look, we're just dying over and over and over again. But like I said, we enabled our team. We enabled our pawns. They might not be pawns. Maybe some of them are rooks. Maybe others are queens. I don't know. But regardless, look at the scores right now. And we're actually going to win this game because we are going to cap out and win. Now, thankfully for me, I have a bunch of you guys who watch my channel and keep me accountable when I mess up, when I say things that are not true, when I'm being mean, if I've said something toxic. I have you guys to keep me accountable, and I really thank you guys for that because it's something I need to work on as well. I also need to continue to do what's right and true. And that is the secret to this game, guys. This is the secret to life, really. Find out what's true, and then perform what's right. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go check out Spaceman and GotADingy's YouTubes and Twitch. Links in the description below. And hopefully, this will help your mindset in this game. Because that's really what you need in this game, is a mindset to win. A good mindset. And I hope this enables you guys to get better. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.